Super excited to be back with you, Epic the Musical fans. I'm in the fan club too. This is exciting. So I'm moving on to the third saga. This is the Ocean Saga. Let's get on to the reaction. But first, I want to introduce you to Manta Sleep, who are sponsoring this video. I need to let you in on my personal life a little bit for this one. I snore a little bit. Jessie snores a little bit. Every night we go to bed, we love to snuggle. Her head is right next to me. The problem is she always goes to sleep before I do, so I'm always dealing with her snoring. And I end up sleeping on the couch. I had made peace with it. That was our relationship. And then I connected up with Manta Sleep about sponsorship, and I saw that they do sleep masks. I'd never tried a sleep mask before, but then I saw on their website they have the Manta Sound sleep mask. And I thought, whoa, I have to try that because it has Bluetooth in it. So you can pair it up with your phone or any other device and play white noise or brown noise in your ear. It has these soft little speakers that go over your ear when you're sleeping. And I wanted to give it a try to see if it worked. And guess what? It works. It drowns out Jessie's snoring. And it has these cups that keep it from pushing into your eyes that attach so easily. It's incredibly comfortable. I've never worn anything like this before. And it's also machine washable, which is great. One of the coolest things about the Bluetooth speakers is that they lay flat. So when you're laying on your side, it doesn't bother you at all. It doesn't press into your ear in any weird way at all. They offer free US shipping, and they also ship internationally. If you have a tough time sleeping because of brightness or because of sound for whatever reason, go down and get one of these for yourself. The link's in my description. You get 10% off with my coupon code. Buy your Manta Sound Sleep Mask now. Song 1, Storm. Is that a new sound? That trumpety sound? Oh!
These waves and tides have grown in strength and size. Is it nature or divine or a blessing in disguise?
I love the rhythm of these words.
Storms are final fight. There's no time to die. Comrades, brace for a storm. The likes of which we've never seen before. Brace for a storm.
I like that melody.
With hope so close, we must keep pushing forward. Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead,
avoid the crashing waves. Tread where the tide is flat, and then you will be safe. Captain, we will capsize with these waves. Our fleet will fail.
Yeah.
Have them follow my ship. I'll ensure that we prevail. Storm. We're taking too much damage to survive.
Yeah.
We'll beat the storm.
What's this?
An island in the sky.
Ah, okay,
cool. You really just grab the harpoons, as many as you can find. What
Very
do
cool.
you have in mind? We're gonna shoot for the sky.
What?
Storm.
I love that.
Everyone grab a harpoon and aim it high.
Woo, nice. Is that like an A, maybe? Wow, some great singing in this. This reminded me of Full Speed Ahead, listening to it. I thought there was even a little mention there. My mind's on, I'm kind of alert to leitmotifs and things like that. And, you know, we're in the ocean. This definitely has a feeling of Full Speed Ahead. Really interesting. All right, well, let's go back and break this down a little bit, okay? So we have this sound. Have we heard this sound before? I don't remember hearing that sound before. It's kind of like a, almost like a muted trump. Is that like a French horn maybe? It's got like a warmth of like a French horn, but it sounds like a synthesizer-y effect there. Interesting. I wonder what that's symbolic of, because all of these instruments are symbolic of things, right? Or is every instrument symbolic of something? I know you guys will let me know. Da, 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 boo, doo. I like this. Is very catchy stuff. But dun dun da da. Yeah, that's familiar.
These waves and tides have grown in strength inside.
Dun bang, bang. Have grown in strength inside. Like, I mean, this is the first time I've heard the song. It's so catchy. The rhythmic, I've mentioned this a bunch of times in my reactions to this, is I love his rhythmic writing. I love how he writes music. And then also I like how it's like a musical, but it kind of has like a house beat, a lot of it, you know? Very cool.
Is it nature or divine?
Yeah.
Or a
I feel like I could sing this already. Jeez.
blessing in disguise? Our homes inside.
Listen to that, man. He sounds great here. So what's he doing with his voice now? This is pretty straightforward musical theater singing here.
Have grown in strength.
Ba, 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 ba. He's in his brassy, his TA dominant sound. That's what we call it in voice pedagogy. TA is thyroarytenoid. It's the muscle part of the voice. It's that thickener sound that you can get when your voice gets trumpety and brassy. He's all in that sound. You have lots of adduction of the vocal folds, which means clean vocal fold closure. We're not in that airflowy, escapey type of sound. He's brassy. He's punchy. Really, really good.
In size, is it nature or divine, or a blessing in disguise? Our homes inside.
Great jump up into his upper register. Notice that vowel. He didn't say home. He said He modified the vowel open to like an AWH, because that's what you have to do in contemporary commercial music or contemporary musical theater when you pop up to high notes. You don't cover the high notes like an opera singer. And home. He didn't open and go back and over. He modified open. Listen to that.
Our homes inside.
Hear that?
This storm's our final fight. There's no time to
Same thing.
fight.
Same thing on the word no. There's no. He didn't say there's no. He didn't do that. He modified the vowel open to like NAWH or NAH.
There's no time to die. Comrades! Sir! Brace for a storm!
I love Storm. Great melody. Super sticky. Super sticky. And his voice just sounds so strong and resonant and perfect for this.
The lights of which we've never seen before. Brace for a storm!
Yeah. I like that little call-in response. Storm. Then the chorus answers back, or the soldiers answer back. Storm. Really cool. Or they go do-do-do. I think they do a little different melody in the answer. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, so it's da, da. So he goes, so Odessa goes da 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 da. They go da 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 da. Call and response. Very cool.
With hope so close, we must keep pushing forward. Full speed ahead towards the island, but avoid the crashing waves.
So, you know, I am hearing in the production, like there's a lot of, there's just a wall of sound around the vocals. And I'm trying to isolate what all the instruments are. It might be better in this part if there weren't so many instruments so we can isolate. It feels,
With hope so close, we must keep pushing.
because I do hear the horns. What other sounds are going on here?
With hope so close, we must keep pushing forward.
Yeah, it's just super saturated sonically, the arrangement right here, so it's tough to pick it out. But I do hear the horns, and I want to hear what more of those instruments are. I'm getting pretty granular here. We're not going to get through this if I don't keep going. Hold on, let's keep going.
Full speed ahead towards the island, but avoid the crashing waves.
Yeah, so we've got like strings, we've got horns. I think that's what we're hearing. We're hearing a lot of strings, a lot of horns, and we've got the drums. Then we've got the chorus as well. So that's what's really saturating the panning in my left and right ear, and it's really full there. Ah, that's it.
Where the tide is flat, and then you will be safe.
I like that. I like that little bluesy note here. He kind of got bluesy there.
Where the tide is flat, and then you
Hear that?
will be safe. Captain, we will capsize with these waves.
Listen to Yuri Locus's tone quality. There's more bump, bump, bump. There's more depth of tone. How do we get more depth of tone? Well, you could just be a lower voice, and you will have more depth in your tone, which means the size of your vocal folds, basically. The bigger your vocal folds, the lower the voice. Just like violin, bass, a bass is lower. A violin is a much higher pitch. Viola is in the middle, and it all has to do with the size of the instrument and the length of the string. So that's one thing that plays in. Now, from a technical standpoint, you can add more depth to your tone just by having it more open in the back of your throat as well. That's how opera singers do what they do. I do think he has a lower voice than Jorge does, but I also think he is singing with openness too. So I think it's a combination of things that makes his tone have a little bit more depth.
With these waves, our fleet will fail.
Fail! See that fail? Oh, really open.
Have them follow my ship, all ensure that we prevail.
Nice. So he's in the same type of vocal production as far as tone quality is concerned. Bop, bop, bop. Very brassy, chord closure thickened.
You're taking too much damage to survive. We'll beat the storm.
Great. Great upper high notes.
At this rate, we won't make it out alive.
I could sing this already. It does have that full speed ahead. I can't remember. Is that the melody of it? It feels very full speed aheady to me. Like my mind's pulling back to that.
Island in the sky.
Oh, I love that harmony there. Island in the sky, island in the sky. Those are the two harmony parts I think they're singing there.
Island in the sky.
Beautiful.
You really just grab the harpoons, as many as you can find.
We have the synthesizer. Is that the same sound here as we started with?
As many as you can find.
Hold on, let me see what minute. We're at 157 there.
What do you have in mind?
That's the same sound. This means something. All right, so this is a leitmotif. What is this a leitmotif of? Is it what's coming, or is it... Well, I think leitmotif, usually we have our first instance of it. If this is the first instance, I could be completely messing this up, but if this is the first instance of our leitmotif, or leading motive is how it translates to English from German, we should be introduced to the thing that it represents. So theoretically, whatever is about to happen here should be the leitmotif for it.
We're gonna shoot for the sky.
What?
Everyone grab a harpoon and aim it high.
Yeah. You know what I thought about with this? This would be really cool on stage, this scene. Imagine, they're like... my mind was kind of fantasizing about what it would take to get this concept up on stage. I think you could do a clever abstract version, like Peter and the Starcatchers, if you know about that theater show where it was all abstract and the cast was half building the show while they were, doing the acting. It could be something like that. It could be clever in that way. Anyway, I just was thinking about that. Harmonies.
We're shooting for the island in the sky.
Wow.
In the sky.
He sounds great up there. Wow. The more I listen to him sing, the more I can hear how he sang Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar. It totally makes sense. All right, so I guess maybe that little synthesizer-y, what is it, like a French horn? What is that? It's a synthesizer-y horn-like sound type of a thing. I think that might be the leitmotif for the island in the sky, maybe. Let me know down in the comments if I got that right. All right, that was fun. Next up is Luck Runs Out. That's our next one. And by the way, I forgot to say, shout out to Eximina Natzel. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but that was who did the animation that we just watched. Very cool. And then next up, we have, for this one, we have Crescite did the illustration for this one. So this is Luck Runs Out. All right, here we go. So now we've got Odysseus and the crew going up to, they're harpooning a cloud in the sky, and we're going to see what happens next. Here we go. So I'm really listening for like leitmotifs and like little things that maybe can tie to my last listening to this. And admittedly, there was a little too much time in between 2 and 3, and I'm going to try to keep more on a routine for you all who are following along on my adventure. I got really sidetracked with a bunch of videos I needed to shoot. So, but I'm back. Here we go. Let's keep going.
Please don't tell me you're about to do what I think you'll do.
I like this jam.
You've heard the legends of the island in the sky. This proves they're true. We're in the home of the wind god. We don't know for sure. How many floating islands have you seen before? This is the home of the wind god.
Oh, I like that melody.
I'm gonna climb to the top and ask him for a hand. You could be caught off guard and lose your life, or piss off this god and infuse
rhythm, I love the rhythm.
Don't forget how dangerous the gods are. Have faith, friend, we've come this far. Yes, but how much longer till your luck runs out? How much longer till the show goes out?
This is great.
How much longer till we all fall down? You rely on wit and people die on it. Whoa. I still believe in goodness.
Oh, beautiful.
I still believe that we could be kind. Lead from the heart and see what starts. And what will we do when it tears us apart?
There was a different tone from
Where
Odysseus.
is this coming from, my friend? I just don't want to see another life end. You're like the brother I could never do without. And suddenly you doubt that I could figure this out. Captain, how much longer till your luck runs out?
Beautiful.
How much longer till the show goes south? How much longer till we all fall down? You rely on wit and people die on it. Whoa, how much longer till the snake breaks free?
Great melody.
How much longer till your great day sees? How much longer till your strength takes leave? You rely on wit and people die on it. Whoa. Thank you for the concern, but brother, I can assure you, our journey is almost done. I understand that we're tired. I understand that we're phased.
Different tone from him here.
But don't forget how much we've already faced. I took 600 men to war, and not one of them died there. In case you needed a reminder, if you'd like to speak more, let me pull you aside. Then I need to talk to you in private.
This is gonna get bad. I can feel we're going somewhere no bueno here. Here's the thing. He's too cocky right now. You know, Jorge wrote him like, I'm fine, I did it. I don't know. I haven't read ahead, so I'm not sure. I know that there's so much bad stuff that happened, so it just feels like his cockiness right now that I had 600 men to war. None of them died. We're doing great. Like, that's usually in a story. Something like that happens right before the ego is collapsed. So I'm having a bad feeling about this. And I already know that the last song in the saga is called Ruthless or Ruthlessness. What is it called? It's called Ruthlessness. Yeah. So, so I don't know. Here we go.
Of doubt, I can't have you disagreeing each route. I need you to always be devout and comply with this, or we'll all die in this. Okay.
Is that tone?
Thank you.
Wow, cool. All right, I want to go back and check out some of this and just talk about it a little bit. Beautiful. There's some beautiful melodies in here. And first of all, okay, so now we've got the piano. Have we had a real piano sample before? What could that signify?
We're in the home of the wind god.
We don't.
In the home of the wind god. Oh, I love that melody. And I like how his tone is lighter. So, you know, I've been talking about full speed ahead, bop, bop, bop. He's so brassy. He's so punchy with his tone a lot of times, with that thickening, the chord closure. A lot of his singing has been this. Rightly so, because, you know, this is like a soldier leading troops, and what tone would you lead troops with? A trumpety, brassy tone. But now we've got this sort of intimate conversation between like two friends almost. And so his tone is different. He's being a little bit more intimate and introspective, and he's representing that in the way that he's singing. There's mixing. There's a little more da-da, like a little more airflow allowance in the tone, as opposed to so much brassiness.
Proves they're true. We're in the home of the wind god.
I love that melody. That's so catchy. That's going to stick in my head. We're in the home of the wind god. Ooh, I love that.
We don't know for sure.
How many floating islands have you seen before?
And I love the rhythm of the words again. The rhythm is a huge part of what makes this so catchy.
This is the home of the wind god.
And what's your plan?
I'm gonna climb to the top and ask.
So notice that the piano's just doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's just hanging out doing the same thing, while underneath it we've got the changes of the harmony happening in the lower frequency instruments. Listen to that. It's like a pedal, that arpeggiated chord. That's what it's called when you when you take a chord and you play it one note at a time in a repetitive pattern. That's called arpeggiating. So he's arpeggiating the piano sound and then changing chords underneath.
The home of the wind god.
And what's your plan?
I'm gonna
Hear that?
climb to the top.
So it's boom, 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 but that stays the same. Really cool little musical technique there.
And ask him for a hand.
You could be caught off guard and lose your life, or piss off this god and infuse us with strife.
Ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba, boo-doo-boom. I love that rhythm there.
Don't forget how dangerous the gods are.
Have faith, friend, we've come this far.
Yes, but how
I like that little, I like his change of tone there.
much longer till your luck runs out? How much longer?
How much longer till you... What a great little musical concept there.
How much longer
I
till
love
your
that.
luck runs out? How much longer till the
Cool.
show goes south? How much longer till we all fall down? You rely on wit and people die on it. Whoa.
I still believe in goodness. I still believe that we could be kind. Lead from the heart.
Beautiful.
And see what starts.
And what will we
Look at that part now. So what did he do there? I still believe in... So he went up into his light mechanism there. He went up into his falsetto. He was mixing here. All right, so check this out. So on I still be... You can hear that he's more thickened. He's a little more brassy. And then right when he goes to leave, he releases the thickening and goes into the falsetto. It all happens very fast. And then he drops back down and goes back into his chest voice. Listen for that.
rely on wit and people die on it?
Listen.
Whoa.
I still believe in goodness.
Did you hear that? Listen to that one more time. That was cool.
Believe in.
Whoa.
I still believe in goodness.
Very good. So you're just thickening, you release into the top, and then come back down. This is a very, very normal contemporary commercial music pop thing to do. Like almost every pop song I react to, somebody does that in the song.
I still believe that we could be kind. Lead from the heart and see what starts.
And what will we do when it tears us apart?
I like that the little hair grab in the back. That was a very intimate little touch there in the animation. I like that.
Do when it tears us apart?
Where is this coming from,
He's like, no, you're not grabbing my ponytail.
my friend?
I just don't wanna see another life end. You're like the brother I could never do without.
And suddenly you
I love Yuri Locus's tone, that depth of tone, and I really think it was a great casting choice too to have two distinctly different tone qualities, you know. Really cool.
house that I could figure this out.
Captain, how much longer till your luck
the how thing,
runs
yeah.
out? How much
love
longer
that.
till the show goes south?
Listen to the piano now. The piano's so beautiful there, and I love that house beat.
How much longer till we all fall down? You rely on which, and people die on it.
Great harmonies there. The thick, do you need, lie on it. A lot of harmony layers in there.
You rely on which, and people die on it.
Lie on it. Ooh, cool.
Whoa, how much longer till the snake breaks free? How?
I could sing this right now. This is the second time I've heard it. Very catchy. Very good job in redoing the melodies that are sticky. It's a major skill set to have an intuitive sense of how to write sticky hooks. That's what I call them. A sticky hook is a hook in a song that catches in your mind that's sticky, that comes back throughout the day. He's got a natural ability to do that.
Much longer till your great day sees. How much longer till your strength takes leave? You rely on which, and people die on it. Whoa.
Thank you for the concern, but brother, I can assure you,
Again, the rhythm.
our journey is almost done. I understand that we're tired, I understand that we're phased, but don't forget how much we've already faced. I took 600 men to war, and not one of them died there. In case you needed a reminder, if you'd like to speak more, let me pull you aside then. I need to talk to you in private.
Now we're talking in private. Were we already talking in private? We're like in private more. Like, this felt like a very intimate conversation already. Are we getting more private? What's happening? Oh, we're going down in the boat.
I can't have you planting seeds of doubt.
Oh, now he's like, stop that talk in front of the crew, buddy.
I can't have you disagreeing each route. I need you to always be devout and comply with this, or we'll all die in this. Oh.
What is that? Is that from somewhere else in the show? It sounds too familiar. And that's what I'm wondering sometimes when I feel like I could sing the song. Did I already hear this and I just don't remember it? You know, like that kind of a thing.
Okay.
Here's tone. Okay. He let the airflow release, not so brassy. Contrast of tone quality. Jorge is so good at that. I broke down Just a Man, by the way, if you haven't seen that. I did like a really granular stop-start analysis of his beautiful mixing in that song. He's so good at that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I like how it ends kind of open too. We didn't we didn't quite end resolved, right? All right, let's keep going. Next up, we've got Keep Your Friends Close, and I'm using Gigi for this one, everybody. All right, we've used Gigi in the past, really cool animatics. The animatics, by the way, like just say a shout out to all of these incredible illustrators. It's such a cool thing. What a cool concept. I really think that this would be a great way for musical theater composers to release their works now in the new world that's coming with all of this digital stuff of like, you know, connect up with some artists who do visuals and then connect up with some singers around the world, put together a show and then get a fan base built around it and then perform it. It makes the whole mechanism make sense for putting a show out, doesn't it? Super cool. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. This is Keep Your Friends Close with Gigi's animatics. Look at the colors here. I love the different styles all the illustrators have brought. They bring their own.
Great wind God, ayo,
Wait, we've got crap. I was thinking about the animatics. So much going on. So we're hearing a new instrument here. I'm not going to stop all the way through this one. I want to listen through it first. So maybe this fluty instrument thing is the leitmotif for this, the island, right? We're in the island now, I think, the island in the sky. So I guess this might be the leitmotif for this area. I thought that it was maybe the that French horn that was repeating. Let me know what that other sound was. If the leitmotif is the fluty sound here for this area, or I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. Let me know. I'm trying to figure this out as we go.
Great wind God, ayo.
It's probably, okay, so that maybe that's the sound of the great wind god then, okay? Maybe the other sound is of the island. That works.
I don't know if you know this, but our path to home is blocked by an impenetrable storm. I ask for your assistance so we at last can go the distance? Can you cast the
Interesting little go the distance there, right? Because this has a little Hercules feel, right? Almost like a little homage. I wonder if he did that on purpose.
perfect winds for us and aid our journey home?
Ha ha ha! I am the wind, twisting and turning. I give the fire enough to stay burning. Let's play a game.
A game?
That's what I'm serving, and if you win, you will get what you're yearning.
Deal.
Take a look right here at this bag. It has the winds of the storm all trapped.
Getting the rhythm.
All you gotta do is not open this bag.
Sounds too easy, what's the catch?
Ha ha ha! Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Oh,
Never really know
a little hip-hoppy.
if they wanna get the bag open, you gotta say no, sir. Sometimes killing is a must.
What?
Cause the end always justifies the means. Friends turn to foes in rivalry.
What is
So
this?
keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Never really know who you can trust.
Wow.
Captain, what's happening? What's trapped in that bag? Something
Dun, dun,
dangerous,
dun, dun.
friends, we mustn't lag.
It's treasure.
What?
What's going on? What are these things?
In the bag!
Let's see what you got.
No, do not! Everybody listen closely. See how this bag
I'm
is
distracted
closed,
by the
that's how
music.
it's supposed to be. This bag has the storm inside. We cannot let the treasure rumor fly.
We'll try.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Never really know who you can trust.
Now
Wow.
I wanna get the bag open so they can have closure.
Sometimes thinking is a must.
Cause the end always justifies the means.
Everything's changed since for the teens. So
Keep your friends
I'll-
close and your enemies closer.
never really know who you
All right.
can trust.
For 9 days I've stayed wide awake, trying to make it home with no storm or tidal wave. I remain unopposed, the bag is still closed, and I'm getting
We have the guitar.
closer to you.
Oh, this
I
is beautiful.
can't wait to make some new memories.
I love this part.
Time for me to be the father I never was. Just keep your eyes open. Why are
Oh,
my
this part's
eyes and
beautiful.
my heart and my soul so heavy? Just keep your eyes open. I keep on trying to embrace you both. Why won't you let me? Just keep your eyes open. So much has changed, but I'm the same.
I
Yes,
love
I'm
this
the
part.
same. Just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open.
I think that I gotta check
Wake
that.
up. Wake up. Odysseus, they're opening the bag. Wake up!
No! Uh-oh. No!
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Never really know who you can trust.
Where's the storm taking us?
I said to keep the bag closed, but you weren't compliant. If I had to guess, you're headed to the land of the giants.
Oh no!
Help me close the bag!
But sir, it's too late.
We can save whatever wind is left to use another day. Come on!
Oh my god. I knew we were going somewhere bad.
Oh, Dissects of Ithaca! Do you know who I am?
No. Ah! Oh my god, okay. Oh, things just got really stressful. Right in the middle. Okay, so first of all, this song has like a... What was coming to my mind was, I don't know why, but I was feeling like the musical Once on This Island. Like it had this like, this kind of islandy feel in the middle here.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Never really know who you can trust.
I don't know why, but for some reason that reminded me of Once on This Island, like that little rhythm when she came in and the background chorus and the little rhythmic elements, the syncopation and the backing track, all of that stuff. Very cool. All right, I want to go back. This was interesting. There's lots of stuff to look at here. So we don't know about, we're assuming that sound's going to be her leitmotif. I'm assuming. And now, who are all of these like little, who are all of these little thingamabobs with the little faces?
An impenetrable storm. I ask for your assistance so we at last can go the distance.
Yeah, there's
Can
that
you cast the perfect
I think he did say go the distance on purpose. I think that he was doing that.
wins for us and aid us.
Because if you don't know, that was from the musical, the Disney musical Hercules. I am on my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there. It's like I've taught that song 4 million times. So I wonder if he was making an homage because it's kind of, you know, we're in the same world of stuff. So
Our journey home.
I am the wind, twisting and turning. I give the fire enough to stay burning. Let's
I like in her tone quality. It's very bright and pointy. Notice, so how did you break down? How would I describe her tone? Not a lot of internal back throat space, like not like, oh, not I am. She's not very open. It's very small acoustic chamber. She's got a lot of chord closure, a lot of thickening. Ah, ba, ba, ba. She's putting her voice very bright, very fronted, and she has very lateral vowels. So if somebody has super lateral vowels, it sounds like they're smiling when they're singing. And she's got that, and which makes sense because the character has this kind of I'm playing with you. Like there's a little bit of the Joker energy or like the mischief energy in her.
play a game.
A game?
That's what I'm serving. And if you win, you will
And if you hear how bright that is?
get what you're yearning.
Deal.
Take a look right here.
Take
in
a
this
look.
bag. It has
bright.
the winds of the storm all trapped. All you gotta do is not open this bag.
All you gotta do is not open this bag. I love that rhythm.
Sounds too easy, what's the catch?
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
See, there's that beat. It's like we've got. It's super hip hop. It's like I love the stylistic diversity that he goes for. It's so cool how he's going about that to, you know, represent different musical scenes. It's very cool.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Oh.
If they wanna get the bag.
So we have these little face things. I don't know what they represent exactly. Like they're like her little minions or something maybe.
Open, you gotta say no, sir.
Sometimes healing is a must.
What?
Cause the end always justifies the means.
Friends turn to foes in rivalry.
Hear that harmony?
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Never really know who you can trust. Never really know who you can trust.
Captain, what's happening?
That's
What's trapped
familiar.
in that bag? Something dangerous, friends, we mustn't lag.
It's treasure.
Hear that vocal sound on the little smiley face things? Yeah, there.
Friends, we mustn't lag.
It's treasure.
It's treasure. There's a bunch of funny voices in
Friends,
it.
we mustn't lag.
It's treasure.
What?
Bye-bye.
Open the bag.
Let's see what you got.
No, do not.
Let's see what you got. So that's an example. I don't know. Was that Yuri Locus or not? Who was that? That may have just been another ensemble voice. I'm not sure. But you hear, that's what I'm talking about with like open throat singing. Like that was super open. Lowered larynx, lifted soft palate. Up, 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 open the throat.
What?
Bye-bye.
Open the bag.
Let's see what you got.
No,
Hear
do
that?
not.
Open throat.
Everybody listen closely.
I call that in my vocal technique, I call that neutral larynx position. When you sing a high note with the openness, like of an opera singer, I call that neutral larynx position because your larynx stays neutral the whole time. It stays down. When you sing in movable larynx position, I call it, which is like contemporary musical theater, contemporary commercial music, jazz, your larynx goes up a little bit for high notes and down a little bit for low notes. Yeah, yeah, oh, and it goes down as you do low notes.
See how this bag is closed, that's how it's supposed to be. This bag has the storm inside. We cannot let the treasure rumor fly.
We'll try.
Keep your friends close
Nice.
and your enemies closer.
The way he's weaving things in and out is so clever. Like the little melodies and, you know, coming back to things. Really cool.
Never really know who you can trust.
Now they wanna get the bag open so they can have closure.
Sometimes singing is a must.
Cause the end always justifies.
Da 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 dum bum ba dum bum bum. That's very like R&B. It's very R&B hip hoppy.
The means.
Everything's changed since polity, so
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
never really know who you can trust.
Never really know who you can trust.
For 9 days I've stayed wide awake, trying to make it home with no no storm or tidal wave.
Notice he's mixing right here. He's in a little bit of his brassy voice, but a little bit of his windy voice at the same time. Ba, 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 ba. He's not one or the other here. That's mixing. Mixing is the art form of mixing your brassy part of your voice, your trumpety part of your voice, with the windy, fluty part of your voice, and the spectrum of different sounds that you can make between them. He's very good at that stuff.
Trying to make it home with no storm or tidal wave. I remain unopposed, the bag is still closing, I'm getting closer.
Very charismatic singer.
I can't wait to make some new memories.
Beautiful. Beautiful mixing there. I can't wait to make. So notice his tone here, so sweet and warm. Such warmth in his tone.
I can't wait to make some new memories.
Warmth is airflow, and openness can add warmth. Darkening vowels can add warmth. He's doing it mostly here with air.
Time for me to be the father I never was. Just keep your eyes open. Why
This
are
part's
my
so
eyes
beautiful.
and my heart and my soul so heavy? Just keep your eyes open.
Keep your eye. I'm getting goosebumps hearing this again. This part is so gorgeous.
I keep on trying to embrace you both. Why won't you let me? Just keep your eyes open. So much has changed, but I'm the same. Yes, I'm the same. Just keep your eyes
Oh,
open.
good job, Jorge.
Wake up. Wake up! Odysseus, they're opening the bag! Wake up!
Keep your friends close to
Oh, no. Hold on, I have to see what that note was. That was a C. Oh my God. Okay, so you need to be able to do that if you're going to sing Jesus and Jesus Christ Superstar. And there it is. Let's listen to that again.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Never really know who you can trust.
Never really know who you can trust.
Where's the storm taking us?
I said to keep the bag closed, but you weren't compliant. If I had to guess, you're headed to the land of the giants.
Oh, man.
Help me close the bag!
But sir, it's too late.
We can save whatever wind is left to use another day. Come on!
Wow. Hear those drums thundering.
Oh, Dissects of Ithaca!
That's a fun voice.
You know who I am.
Hear that scratchy tone. All right, I'm excited about this next one. So I'm thinking that we're about to, whoever just made that sound there, I'm seeing some octopusy looking illustration here. Well, we'll figure it out. All right, so here we go. Next up. So Ruthlessness is our next song. And this one, I've already had some people request they want me to do like a deep dive stop-start analysis of this one. So I'm not sure. I'm going to listen through and I'll give my first impressions. I'm not sure if I'm going to do as granular of a stop-start analysis on this one, if I'm going to be sort of pulling it out and isolating it. So here we go. Let's give it a listen. And before we start, I'm sorry. We have Neil the illustrator. Neil Illustrator is doing this one, okay? Shout out to Neil. Here we go. Cool. Poseidon, here we go. Oh my God. So that was Poseidon.
Poseidon. In all my years of living, it isn't very often that I get pissed off. I try to chill with the waves, but damn, you crossed the line.
Ooh, a lot of texture in his tone.
I've been so gracious, and yet you hurt the son of mine. That's right, the Cyclops you made blind is mine. No. I'm left without a choice and without a doubt. Yes, the pack of wolves are swimming with the shark now. I gotta make you bleed. I need to see you drown. But before
I love his tone.
You are the worst kind of good, 'cause you're not even great.
Oh,
A Greek who reeks of false righteousness, that's what I hate.
we have the piano.
'Cause you fight to save lives, but won't kill and don't get the job done.
What's the piano mean?
I mean, you totally could have avoided all this had you just killed my son. But no, you are far too nice. Mercy has a price. It's the final crack, we're about to break the ice now. You reveal your name, then you let him live. Unlike you, I've got no mercy left to give. 'Cause ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves.
Oh my God. This is brutal.
Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Ourselves.
I'm getting goosebumps.
And now it is finally time to say goodbye.
Wow.
Today you die, unless of course you apologize for my son's pain and all his cries.
Poseidon, we meant no harm. We only hurt him to disarm him. We
Wow.
took no pleasure in his pain. We only wanted to escape.
The line between naivety and hopefulness is almost invisible, so close your
Interesting.
heart. The world is dark and ruthlessness is die.
Whoa. Oh my God.
What have you done?
When does a ripple become a tidal wave? 43 left
Oh my God, is
under
that-
your command.
Is that just a man?
Does a man become a monster?
It is. Oh.
I am your darkest moment. The monster that always draws near.
Oh man.
Any last words?
All I gotta do is open this bag.
What?
Clever. Yeah.
Remember me.
Whoa. Wow. So, oh my God, that was a lot to digest in one bite right there. Man. So, all right. So we had the piano sound. Now, what's that representative of? Is that Poseidon's instrument? But then we were hearing it before. Was that foreshadowing where we were going? I'm kind of confused by that. Let me know what you figured out around that in the down in the comments, please. But oh my God. For dramatically speaking, very interesting. You know, one thing I was wondering about with it was I don't really know the Odyssey very well, and I'm wondering how much of this is adapted or you know, enhanced to create things that weren't actually in the Odyssey for the sake of the movement of the story for the musical version. How much of this is really straight up out of the Odyssey as far as concepts go versus stuff that Jorge came up with himself? If you could let me know that, I'm kind of curious about that. If you have any thoughts on it, I could do the research myself, but you guys do much. It's more fun to read your comments for me. So, but okay. All right. So here's the thing. I'm not going to do a second pass through of Ruthlessness right now because the tone quality and the textures and the singing and the complexity of what's happening musically and dramatically, I feel like I've got a 20 to 30 minute video stop-start deep dive on this one that I want to do for you all. And I don't want to stick that on the end of this already, getting longer by the second video here. So, but very interesting stuff. His voice is fascinating. And also this whole number here is super fascinating. So I'm going to do another video to break that out. What an exciting saga that was. Wow. Wow. I can't wait to get to more. So there's not going to be as much time in between the third and the fourth one as there was between the second and the third one, unless something major happens and I have to react to a bunch of other things first. So, so be patient with me. I'm going to definitely get through the whole musical. I'm having a blast listening to it. And also too, like I said, I like breaking out songs that have a lot of complexity where me as a vocal teacher or just like interesting things musically that I can really, really dissect. I like leaving those for separate videos like I did with the Just a Man breakdown that I did. It's fun to get granular, and I'm constantly resisting getting too granular because I feel like sometimes I could write a book about every sound somebody makes. So I like the idea of, taking moments sometimes where I can really get into it. But this was a lot of fun listening to it. Thanks for watching to the end. Thanks for following along on my journey with me. And also, if you want to come join the community, come over to Patreon. We got a lot of good vibes and good people over there. So, all right, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.